Good morning. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us for another edition of the Morning Breeze, man. Always rocking with you guys, as always, man. Outside of me, I got my guy, Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC, in the building.
Well, that's not the start of the show we wanted. What the heck was that? Shout out to StreamYard, I guess. Like, I don't know. Cue the music. What the heck was that? Breeze Nation, what's good? It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. I got nothing. Let's talk about some topics. On today's episode, we talked about how Ryan Poles made history yesterday. Today, the big question on the table: can the Chicago Bears trust Ryan Poles heading into this season? And there's a lot of talk about where this Bears team could be position-wise, that essentially you may not have a great name on the list. Do you gotta go best player available? We'll talk about Brugler's mock draft and more. It's 4/16/2025. And I'm all thrown off now. I don't know how the heck or what the heck to start this morning with. Like, what was that? I'm like, Breeze Nation. What's happening right now? I am so thrown off to start the day. Oh man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Do I sound good now? Does the mic sound okay? Can everybody see me? Am I here? Am I visible? Am I like, what's going on? What a wild way to start. Well, that's what happens when Jordan JC just doesn't show up. You might need to restart StreamYard, fam. Y'all can't hear me? Does the mic sound bad? Or does it sound like I'm coming through my mic or no? Now I got to double check all this mess. StreamYard want to fight with me today. Let me see. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love as always, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Oh, yeah. It is definitely not going through my audio. Hold on. Let me try and reset this real quick.
Check, 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 check. Let's see if we're coming through the mic now. There we go. Let's see if we can get this together. Let's see if we can get this back on track. My God. StreamYard, what's going on this morning? My God, that's all right. We're going to get it back on track. We're going to have a great show. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Once again, y'all know what to do.
Come on. Push the button. Come on. Push the button. Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
You heard what she said.
Y'all heard what Sue Young said. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave that 5-star review, man. I'm glad we back online. I'm glad we got this all sorted out here. Let's jump into the topic here because yesterday we talked about Ryan Poles and how he made Bears history by going out and signing Kyler Gordon, being the first GM to sign his first draft pick, going all the way back to, and I'm talking about GM alone, going all the way back to Jim Finks re-signing Walter Payton. And look at this bastard here. Oh, you son of a this guy here. You wiped the steak out your eye.
Little meat juice this morning. Sorry,
oh
guys.
God.
Sorry.
You've missed so much. This has been all over the place.
Boy.
Show audio was the video didn't cut on. The audio was tweaking. You were late. I had nothing.
Oh, what?
You bastard. I blame you. I blame you.
I'm sorry.
No steak for you.
It's all man. Sorry.
Porter, just get dang it, JC.
Dang it, JC. Where's Bears junkie at?
Listen, talk about can Ryan Poles be trusted here, right? The conversation we had yesterday, historic GM, first person to sign his first round pick since going all the way back to Jim Finks signing Walter Payton. And as we head into this draft, we talked about something yesterday that I think is very important heading into this draft. And we've talked about it a couple times, right? But there's a lot of looks at Ryan Poles where Ryan Poles is getting the other guy, right? Not to say he's getting a bad player, but there feels like there is a better option behind the guy that you have taken in the draft, right? You look at Rome Odunze. I think Rome's going to be fine this year. He's going to be great. I think better coaching helps all of that. Would have really liked Jared Verse. You look at Caleb, right? Caleb, I think he's going to be amazing this year. I think he's going to break records, Bears records, passing records. I think he's going to be dominant this season. We're going to get a real Aaron Rodgers kind of feel here coming this season. I'm feeling meaty about the Caleb Williams season coming this year. Still only 9 wins. But right now I can say Jaden Daniels, offensive rookie of the year, is probably ahead of him right now. Going back through a bunch of different draft picks here with Ryan Poles, you can have that conversation. And so my question is, coming into this draft, where you're at right now with Ryan Poles, do you trust Ryan Poles? Are you confident that he's going to get this draft right?
Yeah, I mean, you have to. You have to trust that he's gotten it right. They addressed a lot of different things in the offseason already, and because they can go so many different directions, I feel like that gives him a wider gap to kind of have some leverage, some leeway to get the pick right. You know, it's not like we're saying you have to get a left tackle, you have to get a guard, you have to get a running back. We're not saying that. We're saying get the best player available, get the most talented player that you can get your hands on, and move forward. Get it right in the first round, and then really, I'm more concerned about the later rounds. That's my concern with Ryan Poles. It's always been my concern with Ryan Poles is his track record with later rounds after the first and the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh. And I know we don't have picks in every single round, but I'm more concerned about the entire draft for Ryan Poles. You know, not just day one. So I'm more confident that we'll get somebody really good day one, because those usually are the good players. Those usually are the ready NFL ready players. the developmental players, the project pieces, the maybe the player that has that one thing that stands out that you can kind of train and build up. Those are the players that I'm more concerned about Ryan Poles drafting, because he doesn't have a good grade on those guys. So that's what I'm looking at.
The one thing that does give me more confidence this season is the fact that you've got a different group of guys in here looking at the players. Listen, I don't know who the freaking DB guy is. I've said it multiple times. Give that guy a raise. I hope that he's stuck around here.
Yeah.
But listen, there is a lot of a collaborative effort going into this. It is a lot of, hey, Ben, who do you want here? Who would you like here? Who makes this team work here? You're trying to work with your coach. Do we think that he didn't do that with Matt Eberflus? Do we think that didn't play a part in it? I'm more confident coming into this season for the same reason I'm very confident that Ben Johnson is going to be fine coming into this season, because I think that there is a coaching staff in place that actually is going to help guide things along in a collaborative effort. And these guys know what they're looking at when they're looking for the kind of players that are going to fit their system. That does make me feel a little bit better. The concern for me is still there, that you've gone out and you've gotten the other guy, right, a ton. And I see Chaz's comment, and Chaz always commenting on the video. Shout out to Chaz Hammer in here. Says you can have that conversation with every GM. I can't have that conversation about the Rams for drafting Jared Verse. They got him. I can't have that conversation for for Washington drafting Jaden Daniels. They got him. Can't have that conversation for Philly taking Jalen Carter. They got him. Right? Those are the things for me where those are names where if they're on this Bears team right now, we're not having a lot of different conversations. I can't say that about the Bucks going out and getting Bucky Irving. You knew I was going to throw it in there. They got him.
Of course.
No punty punt.
Shut up.
I just love how everybody was beating their chest for a punter. I will never let y'all forget that. I need y'all to understand that. There were people out here just going, he's going to flip the field.
I mean, hey.
We got to get down the field. We got
historic numbers. I'm just saying,
we got to score touchdowns for him to flip the field. People were screaming at me, this guy doesn't know football. You don't know the Iowa punter? It's like, I know him. I don't give a
punter from down under, baby. It's still effective. You wait.
Something down under his kick percentage. But no, man, like I honestly go into this draft feeling better about Ryan Poles. But if I'm talking about confidence, right? Like I don't think that I'm gonna sit here and say it's through the roof. Because based on history, we got a 3rd round pick this year. Ryan Poles sucks in the 3rd round. Maybe this year's the year that is different. But more times than not, I've seen Ryan Poles suck in the 3rd round. We haven't had a 3rd round pick hit yet. That's nuts.
In his
first
era.
Round, we've got some nice pieces in there. I think that you can, and I do think, here's the one thing I will say as well, right? In a couple of years here, and we'll talk about this more when we get to the BPA conversation, but in a couple of years here, the only question is going to be, did you get a good player? Not did you miss on a good player? Right? Did you come away with somebody who impacted your team? Did you come away with somebody who fit your scheme? Did you come away with somebody who fit what you want to do perfectly? But did you come away with the best talent that was available at that spot? That is the big question around Ryan Poles, and that's a lot of times where I think that we have looked at Ryan and said, well, yeah, you made the layups, but you can't hit a 15-foot jumper.
Yeah. I love Bears Junkie's comment.
Garrett on this. Garrett Thomas, I trust Ryan Poles about 55%, and the extra 5% comes in because of Ben Johnson. Like I'm leaning on that. I trust him.
The meter's just going, it's teetering. I actually like Bears Junkie comment said we'll find out this year whether or not we have real coaches. Not only will the rookies that come in have an impact, but the former draft pick should benefit from that also. That's where I guess I have more confidence is the people behind Ryan Poles are better.
Yeah.
If Shane Waldron and Matt Eberflus were still here, then I would say this is still a sinking ship. But the fact that we have real coaches, real experience, real success, a track record of those coaches connected to players that were drafted, like names like Cameron Jordan and as far as when it comes to Dennis Allen, there's names that are connected to Eric Bieniemy, connected to Adrian Peterson and other running backs, and known as a really good developer of running backs. Like that's why I'm saying whoever we pick, I feel like they'll also have their hand or their impact on this draft. And maybe in the later rounds, that's where you'll see better insight, better evaluation, when it comes to the entire brain trust of the Bears organization, not just Ryan Poles. And that's where I have more trust. It's not just trusting just Ryan Poles, it's trusting the whole team this time around.
Yeah, you know what? Listen, what I will say is the conversation around Ryan Poles could change drastically this year, right? With the draft picks that he has made already. And hit that like button if you have not done so. Subscribe to the page, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. Let's get over 100 likes on the video. It could change drastically, right? Like if all of a sudden Darnell Wright becomes the best right tackle in the draft because you've got Dan Richard, or best right tackle in the NFL because you've got Dan Richard working with him. Oh, all right, that's a hit. I'm not upset about Jalen Carter anymore. If Rome Odunze is a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL with a 1,500-yard receiving season, and he talked about his minimums when he was on the Chicago Bears podcast featuring a devilish man.
Check you out.
Yeah, phenomenal. Check out the interview if you have not done so. 18,000 on YouTube, and I believe another 15,000 on the download set. I'm not saying. I'm just
all right. Okay, all right. Pop a little collar.
But no, like if Rome Odunze all of a sudden gets to working with Antoine Randall and turns into, oh wait, you mean I'm supposed to catch this thing? Oh shoot, I got you. Oh, I didn't know we was doing that. If Cole Kmet, you signed Cole Kmet and extended him, if he's a top 5 tight end by the end of this season, right? Like there's so many things where right now they're ifs that by the end of this season we could be looking at, oh, Ryan Poles got it right. He just had to make sure that he got him out of there. Him being Matt Eberflus, right? Him being Mr. So,
everything wrong.
Watch your back there, buddy.
The pictures, that still just gets me.
It's never not going to be funny, bro. I don't know who caught that still, but that's elite. It's never not going to be funny. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it's going to be fun.
Oh, here's Diddy.
I gotta clip that audio of him doing that. I gotta go find the audio and just get.
Did you make that, or did somebody else find that?
Yeah, I made that. I made everything in this thing. I made all of these pictures. This is the only picture I didn't make right here. That's the only one I didn't make.
Oh,
I'm working out here, JC. Look at me. I'm just
Jimmy Butler in the bubble championship. Whoa. All right. Shout out to you.
But no, like I think that the opportunity for this conversation around Ryan Poles can completely change. We're just not there yet. And sometimes that's okay to not be there at that point in the conversation yet.
Yeah. No, that's true. But I guess I'm going to slowly, gradually give him more trust. And like I said, I won't say this draft is a pivotal one that determines whether or not I start putting more real faith in Ryan Poles. But I mean, it'll go a long way. This entire offseason, I think, has given me more trust because you got a chance to right your wrongs, and I think he's done that. He's righted his wrongs with the pickups in the in free agency, and I think that he can right even more wrongs with smart, shrewd moves when it comes to the later part of the draft. So we'll see. We'll see.
I love everybody just like Jay Hall said. I overestimated how bad Flus was. I think Flus was the worst head coach in NFL history. Boys, we had this conversation.
I never thought he was going to be good.
I told you. And I didn't listen. I never thought he was going to be good. I didn't think he was going to be that bad. He was a generational loser. Talk about on the field. Talk about on the
every time you say that, it does sound like you're talking about him as just
no, he's not him personally. I think he. I've talked to Flus. I've shook Flus. Flus is a good dude. Flus is a good dude. At least he was to me. I think there's some players that may not think that, but Flus is, yeah, I mean, I ain't got no problems with him, but he's a generational loser. No one in NFL history has lost as many 90+% chances to win a game.
God, I forgot about that percentage.
Situations than Matt Eberflus. 90+%. If I saw 90+% in high school, that mean I cheated.
You found a way to lose games you were supposed to win. Yeah.
God literally was like, hey, bro, I don't even know what to do for you.
I can't help you. I can't help you.
Like that's horrible. Pure and utter domination.
No, straight cheeks. Thank you very much. Lord have mercy, Mike.
It's still crazy that Mike Tyson did that on Netflix.
Love you, son.
Hey, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. We got a lot to get into, so I want to keep the show moving along, especially since we lost like 10 minutes to technical difficulties this morning. But first, we do got to tell you about a little shindig that we're going to be throwing, a little get together. And if you haven't bought your tickets are selling fast.
Get them.
Cop your tickets today if you can, because ladies and gentlemen, this upcoming draft, as tingly as we're all going to be, there's a watch party. Breeze Nation, what is good? The Chicago Bears draft is on April 24th. We want you to come hang out with us at the Ultimate Gaming Experience in Orland Park. Come watch the draft with us. We're going to be streaming the show live. Tickets are on sale right now, and we're going to have a ton of fun. There's going to be a bartender there for drinks. Of course, we're going to have some food on location and massive giveaways. A 65-inch TV is going to be raffled off at the event. And of course, some merch to give away as well. Hey, can't wait to see you guys out at Ultimate Gaming Experience. Pull up on us April 24th. Tickets are on sale now. Start 6 p.m. until the final pick. Or, when we get done having a little bit of fun. See you guys out there, man. Can't wait to see you out in Orland, man. Ultimate Gaming Experience. Pull up on us. Better pull up on me. Pull up on me. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Show love, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Drop the link in the chat to the Breeze watch party here.
Nova really want that TV every time. You talking about that TV. Now is it 10K? I don't know if
it is nice, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not only a TV, it's a TV with free installation.
Oh boy.
So essentially you get the TV and then you can basically have them come through and put it on whatever wall you want. Like that's some good perks.
That's pretty nice.
That's not a bad perk. Nice. Speaking of perkies, John Morant came back in the game last night. I couldn't believe he came back in that game. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What happened? He got injured?
Yeah, that ankle injury was tough. But they end up losing because you fired your head coach in the middle of the season. So
playing Jimmy came around.
Steve-O said, I swear, if I walk in and see an instant steak, I swear to God.
Hey, Steve-O, what you hating on it for, brother? Come on, man.
Right, Steve-O, you definitely going to walk in there.
Come on.
You are going to walk in there, my friend, and absolutely just see instant, like the Mexican lady grilling outside of the bar when you come out with the steak tacos.
Come on, man. This ribeye's for you. Here's to you, Steve. Come on, man.
Hey, man, let's talk about this conversation because I thought this was interesting. It was brought up today in Brad Biggs's 10 questions before the draft, right? He always does the 10 questions. And the conversation on what do the Bears do if the big names are gone. We've talked about this a couple of times here on the show that, trading back may not be an option for the Bears. Trading back may not be an option that the Bears can really take advantage of this season. And so if that is not the case, the conversation around best player available has really been brought up. And What do you do if you're the Chicago Bears? Do you go BPA? If you feel like, which we know Ryan Poles does feel this way, if you feel like there's a ton more talent in this draft, do you take less of a deal and trade back to where you feel the value for where you're picking is a little bit more even there? And right, maybe you're not getting 2 first-round picks for the 10th overall pick. Maybe it is a first in this year's draft, a pick swap in this year's draft, a second in this year's draft, and a future third or a future second, whatever it is, to move back, 5-10 spaces. Do you take that deal just knowing there's more pieces in this draft to get? We can rebuild this team in this draft, or do you just take best player available?
If you're talking about getting more depth, which is always a good direction to go, and trusting that you have better chances of picking better players in the first and second rounds, as we've talked about with Ryan Poles' track record, then yeah, I have no problem with you trading back. We talked about it, getting a player like a Kelvin Banks a little too high at 10, and some of these other mocks with what was it, Brad Biggs that mentioned that the other day. Yeah. That's where I think, okay, you could have gotten that guy a little bit later. You could have gotten a tackle like that, a value like that a little bit later. And so I want it to match up with the value of the player. If there's somebody that falls, which there's rumblings that maybe an Ashton Genty still will be there at 10, because Las Vegas might go in a different direction. They might need another position more importantly than running back. Then we'll see. But if something like a blue chip prospect is not there, then yes, BPA matters, but I think the value matters even more. So, do the smart thing, trade back, get you a few more picks. You already got 2 in the second round. Maybe you can get, a later first and another second or another third, whatever the case may be, and then just stockpile some really good players to kind of beef up this entire team.
The only tough part about that that I think comes in is in the right now. If you go BPA, what is that BPA, right? Is BPA in Ryan Poles' mind taking a chance on a player like a guy like Mike Green, or, like a Shamar Stewart, which scares the heck out of me, or, like Kelvin Banks Jr., who's kind of fallen out of favor as far as the tackle position goes, or is it taking Armand Membo and moving him to the left side? How's your Membo, right? Like there's all of these things that I think best player available may be taking a chance at 10. And can you take a chance at 10 with the draft history that we've seen Ryan Poles do? Here's the number one thing that I do know, though. With the 10th overall pick, whatever name is selected, we will not care because of how this draft kind of goes. If you're looking at right, if you're looking at Mason Graham being off the board, if you're looking at Abdul Carter, who we know will be off the board. If we're looking at who else is up there? Ashton Genty, as you mentioned, Will Campbell, right? Like all of these pieces in the draft. If you're looking at, we lost Jordan JC. I don't know what happened there. If we're looking at all these pieces in that situation, I do like none of us are going to care if you go out and get a player that can play, right? Like none of us are gonna, like, if I come out of this and the Bears draft Omarion Hampton 10, I'm gonna be like, wow, that was a heck of an overdraft. I wouldn't have taken Omarion Hampton 10. I don't think that that's the right move there, but you still got 2 second-round picks. You still got a third-round pick. You still got a 5th-round pick. You've still got all of these things, right? I can survive Omarion Hampton at 10 if Omarion Hampton looks like Matt Forte. Right? Then we look back on this draft and we go, I still would, I'm going to say it. I still wouldn't have taken a running back 10 there, but you know what? You got a heck of a player. I still wouldn't have taken X player there, but you know what? You got a heck of a player. If that's all you can say, that's not a bad place to be in by the end of this draft. And that's why it's like, this is the perfect draft for this kind of situation. Because I do think you're having a lot of conversation around, somebody just said it, the guys at 10, having similar value to the guys that are there at 40. Waleed Johnson, right? BPA is the same player value, picks 10 through 40. I think that you're in a situation that you can live with whoever they end up going and making that pick at 10, because there's going to be talent there. Right? Like somebody just said Derek Harmon. If they took Derek Harmon 10, I'd be like, what a heck of an overdraft. You know what I do think Derek Harmon's going to be able to do? Get to the quarterback. Jordan JC back in the building. You all right?
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, no, the internet just kicked me out. It was like,
I thought they cut the internet on you, dog. I was like,
it did a reset. I hate when my modem just automatically resets like that.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah. Sometimes it'll do that, and you got to buy better internet service. Who's your cable provider?
Comcast.
But they work. Well, they've been a little spotty over here. Dark Mind said, "Don't let them change you, Pat. We don't want running backs at 10 or in the first round period. Stay strong."
Oh,
brother.
wait! You telling me you wanted a running back? I missed you admitting you wanted a running back. Oh,
hey, my dad on your heels. Pay your bill, JC.
Oh, come on, Bob. I paid him.
No, listen. It's not that I want a running back. It's that if the Bears were to go with the running back position, right, I would go, wow, I wouldn't have. Yeah. And the conversation was BPA, right? If I end up taking Omarion Hampton 10, I don't want it. But in 2 years, if we look back at Omarion Hampton's Matt Forte, we're all going to go, at least I know I'm going to go, yeah.
It is what it is.
But man, he's good.
Yeah, you better believe it. You better believe it.
Yeah, I mean, like that's truly the conversation around it. Like those to me, it's crimson. JC took an early steak, bro.
I'm not eating steak that fast. I would
couldn't help himself.
It'll take me longer than 5 minutes to eat a steak now. I gotta savor that.
I don't know. You ate 8 steaks. That means you were doing about a steak and a half every 20 minutes.
You gotta enjoy steak. You can't just devour steak. Come on now.
I tell you what, shout out to Zach Eady, because I'm going to be enjoying some steak. I think we're going to do a little maple and ash on the Zach Eady pay up.
That is a nice restaurant.
I love
it. All right. Joe better pull out the checkbook.
You know what I mean? I might help him on that one. I might, because there's some.
You better help him.
Because the steak aspect of it, but there's some truffle butter in that involved, and not that kind. You guys calm down, your animals. There's some truffles out there that are phenomenal. There's some. I think they call it truffle pillows or whatever. There's a little.
Okay. Put me on. Ain't never heard of that.
There is phenomenal. Oh, the's some stuff that is dangerous, Jordan. See, I'm gonna tell you that.
All right. Okay. Yeah. I have to just randomly show up. All right.
Jordan is just trying to walk in and just
trying to get in.
How you doing, Jordan JC? Here's my card.
Jesus, that sounds lovely. You enjoy that?
It's a dangerous spot. I love Maple and Ash, bro. It's one of my favorite spots to go. But no, man, that's kind of my argument on the BPA, right? Like in a couple of years, if the player is good, we're not gonna care who it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's not going to matter. I mean, at the end of the day, we can kind of joke and rant and talk about, I don't want to run it back that early, or I don't want to get this person this late, or that. If it works out and he plays right, and he like you said, if he turns into a Matt Forte, or if he turns into another version of David Montgomery, I'm fine with that, or whatever other prospect. Hey, if we get Will Campbell and he's the best left tackle that we've had since. Who's been a really good left tackle that we've had? Jason Peters when he was here, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, he wasn't
Who's
really
the best
good.
left tackle we've had since? Because it wasn't before that. It was your boy that went to
Cat was on the right side.
Washington Commanders. And I'm now that I'm blanking on his name, but we haven't. No, not Bobby Massey.
No, Charles Leno. My bad.
Leno Jr. Leno Jr. It's just another version of Braxton Jones to me. Like we can get those same type of guys. It's been a minute since we've had a really good left tackle. Mark Colombo.
John Tate.
We just talked about how bad that was.
John Tate.
Maybe. But even that was
John
a while
Tate was
ago.
solid.
That was a while ago. It's like, so when it comes to we just want them to hit. I just want whoever we pick to make sure that they contribute to wins. That's all,
Pop said, not at 10, not at 10 for Matt Forte. Matt Forte was a second round pick.
That's true, but I mean, yeah,
John Tate. Listen, I think here's the thing at the end of the day, right? I would rather get and we'll talk about Brugler's mock draft, because I think this may be the perfect scenario for all Bears fans who you want the trenches, but also you want the talented pieces out there.
Okay.
That I think that this is a conversation where you can actually feel like you're getting kind of the best of both worlds there. Hit that like button if you have not done so. Subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. We're going to talk about that coming up next here. But would you rather go BPA, or would you rather go in a trade back situation here? Which I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I would almost say it's more worth it in this draft to take less future value to get more picks in this draft, because of how this draft is being viewed. Like I've said this a couple of times. To me, teams that have a lot of picks in this draft can rebuild their team. I truly believe the New England Patriots can rebuild their team this offseason. Like, to be competing by the end of the season and to be heading into next season feeling like, okay, you know what? We might be a championship contender. Like, I think there's that much talent here, and you got the I shouldn't say championship,
playoffs.
AFC championship. I mean,
okay, gotcha.
AFC championship contender. Because I think you got the quarterback. I love Drake May. I think Drake May went through what Caleb Williams went through last year, and also looked solid.
You might not like this, but I think Drake May is comparative to Justin Herbert. I know you don't like Justin Herbert, but to me, he kind of has that.
Herbert, but I don't like Justin Herbert because Justin Herbert doesn't get the job done in the playoffs. I haven't seen Drake May
in the playoffs
on his way to the playoffs, right? Like, my problem with Justin Herbert has nothing to do with his regular season numbers or his play on the field. My problem with Justin Herbert is in the playoffs, that might be like, set hut. I'm
to the brightest. Yeah.
Might I throw it to the other team? But hey, man, appreciate y'all, like I said, for tuning in and showing love. We're going to take a quick break, listening to our sponsors over at Aura to calm the nerves here. And I'm not going to lie to you. I like Brugler's situation. I think this appeases both sides of Bears fans. Dane Brugler dropping this mock draft, and somebody will be pissed off. I don't know. We'll talk about that coming up. Appreciate you guys for tuning in and watching the show. Today's episode of the podcast is brought to you by Aura. Have you ever done a Google search on your own name? You'd be surprised what pops up. Your full name, email address, home address, health records, your relatives. It's all out there. And that's why I've been using Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Aura shows me which data brokers are selling my information and automatically submits opt-out requests just for me. Cleaning up my information not only helps reduce the amount of spam I get, but it protects me from hackers who could use that information to help them access my social media, bank accounts, and other sensitive information. It's really simple to set up. I don't have to download several apps or go to things like antivirus, VPN, password management, parental controls, identity theft, but you can get all of that in one place with Aura. I get everything at one affordable price as well. You may already have one or two of these tools, but not having Aura is like leaving the front door locked while leaving the back door and windows wide open. For you to be able to take advantage of Aura, we got a special deal for you here today. Stop data brokers from exposing your personal information. Go to my sponsor at https:/aura.com/the Windy City. Again, that is aura.com/the Windy City to get a 14-day free trial and see how much of your information is being sold. Let's finish it out here, Jordan JC. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do.
The best show for Chicago sports.
Make sure you cop your tickets for the draft party ASAP. Gonna have a 65-inch TV given away. We're gonna be live reacting to what the Bears do on day one of this draft, April 24th, 6 p.m. until that final pick comes in. Shout out to you guys.
I think you just put a lot of people on the Maple and Ash. Everybody's saying the food looks incredible. They're looking at menus on the.
Oh, bro, y'all didn't know about Maple and Ash, bro? Must didn't know about Maple and Ash? Woo! Hey, listen, I'm telling you, you know what? Breeze event, Maple and Ash. We're going to do it. We're going to figure it out. Breeze event, Maple and Ash for the higher class Breeze fans.
Green suits. Jeez, wearing ties. All right.
You want to know what's crazy about that? And I think this is what always irritates me. You really have to lock in on like where you're at. Like, this is a nice night for you. Cause first time we went to Maple and Ash, me and my wife, I mean, we dressed to the nines. We like, oh, we finna pop out. We looking good. And we get in there, you know, it's all the rich people. It's on the Gold Coast, right? So the rich folks in there, buddy in there in a t-shirt and like biker shorts.
Yep.
Like,
$2 shirts and pants. Yeah. Look poor, stay rich.
I'm sick of it. They just put a suit on. That's all I'm saying. Make it feel like I'm in a high class spot.
They normally come to Maple and Ash. Maple and Ash is their breakfast spot, apparently. Like, that's how rich people operate.
Steve said only 7 mugs gonna show up. Hey, Steve, fine by me.
Yeah, that's fine. Hey, 7 is a decent number. That's fine.
King Booker World, do they have rib tips? Stay home, King Booker World. Stay home.
No, King Booker World.
No, dang it, King Booker World.
Yes.
But hey, man, let's finish it out here, Jordan JC, because Dane Brugler's mock draft came out and he did a full mock draft, 7 rounds, every single team. And he's got the Chicago Bears going in a direction that, dare I say, is one that I can get behind.
Okay.
At 10, Chicago Bears take Tyler Warren out of Penn State. And we've talked about him as the the tight end freak. I don't know if I follow that, but is he the BPA? Is he the best player available? Maybe he is. He probably will be on the board there for the Bears at 10. They go out there and get him. At 39, they take Travion Henderson, Ohio State. Not mad at that. Not mad at that. Second round running back. Right. I've said I like him in the pass block game a ton. Again, I'd take a Scatterbo in about the 4th, but that's not me. That's okay. We taking a good running back here. I like it. Okay. All right. Running back's done. I can rage on day 2. I'll be fine. At 41, Ariante Irsay. You get your left tackle of the future in there.
Right.
So you've got
like that.
tight end, you've got running back, you've got your left tackle. At 72, you go get somebody who I think has gone so underrated because of how much depth there is in this draft at the edge rusher position out of Ohio State. Jack Sawyer comes in to the Chicago Bears. Jack Sawyer coming off of a championship season, a 9 tackle for loss season, a 9 sack season, his best season at Ohio State. He's gotten better every single year. Season before that in 2023, he had 10 tackles for loss. He had 6.5 sacks on the season. He's continued to get better and better and better every season. And this year, he had a heck of an impact on a championship run for Ohio State. And then this is where I think in the 5th round, where it's like, okay, he cooking a little bit with this one. Like I love the Sawyer pick. I think that's one where you start to feel solid. I don't know how he fell this far, but if you can get this guy in the 5th round, I'm tingling. Jalen Reed, Penn State in the 5th round, essentially safety replacing. Hey, now I don't know how he falls to the 5th round. I figure he's an end of 3rd, early 4th round pick. But in this situation, he falls to the 5th round, and the Bears come away with a dominant safety. The DB guy yet again doing his job. At 233, they go out there and get Cody Lindenberg out of Minnesota, bring him over here with his teammate Ariante Irsay. And then at 240, they get Keontae Hamilton out of Rutgers, defensive tackle, who nice little developmental piece. I like a lot of
project.
Not a ton of impact, but the one thing that I did see when looking him up is a really good ability to get pressure in the quarterback's face in his time at Rutgers, but not a lot of. Now he did. I shouldn't say that. For most of his career, not a lot of sacks. Coming off a 4-sack season though from the defensive tackle position, which is impressive in college.
Mm.
And there's your draft.
I like it. The fact that I'm honestly I'm writing it down just to make sure that I got this right. You drafted different positions in every single round that we had. So you got your tight end, your running back, your left tackle, your edge / linebacker. Because I believe Jack Story is kind of a hybrid. Is he?
He's more of an edge. He's more of an edge than a linebacker, but they did use him in some coverage situations. Yeah.
Okay.
He's like he got that like Yurko usage as a coverage.
Okay. Yeah, I like that pick a lot. I do like a Jack Story. I've known of that name for a minute, but that wasn't somebody that I thought would be on our radar just as far as picks. But Jack Sawyer in the 3rd round, absolutely. Linebacker, you're getting Cody Lindenberg. I do like the safety insurance because, of course, we talked about the fact that, Jaquan Brisker may not be healthy. This is his I wouldn't would you say make or break season, to figure out if we're going to give him an extension.
Yeah, I think you go into this season treating Brisk. I've said this a couple of times, like Tevin Jenkins. This is his Tevin Jenkins season. Hey, I hope you get it right. I hope it works out for you.
This addresses a lot of depth. Defensive tackle project and Keontae Hamilton. Not too aware of him as of right now, so I'll do a little bit of research on that guy. But I have heard of Cody Lindenberg. Yeah. So I'm fine with this draft. Again, you start out with the tight end. I'm fine with getting a Tyler Warren if that means that everybody else has pretty much been off the board. He probably will be the best player available. Travion, that's your guy. You get him in the 2nd round, and I know maybe that might be a little too high for you. You might have probably wanted him at 41 or preferably at 72. But Travion is nice. I like this overall draft. I would say 6 out of the 7 picks to me I'm aware of. So yeah, I don't mind it being a perfect draft.
Listen, I think, and I think this to me feels like the draft that is best of all worlds. Now I know I'm seeing some people in the draft like, well, Tyler Warren's not going to be nearly as impactful in this draft with Cole Kmet there. He's going to be your 4th or 5th option. Is he? Can we guarantee that?
I don't
remember all those Cole Kmet catches last season.
Yeah. We don't know how they're going to use them.
Belief that all of a sudden, by the way, the twin tight end sets that Ben Johnson used in Detroit, they work. Like we can't act like the twin tight end sets are not something that he utilized. I don't think I would probably still try and trade back if Tyler Warren is the best player there. I would. I don't think he's not Brock Bowers. It's not. I don't think he's not Brock Bowers. He's not Sam Laporta. He's not Trey McBride. He's not.
Oh no, bro.
And if you're gonna take a tight end at 10, I would rather him be those guys. But can I sit here in 10 years and say that you've kind of created this situation here where there is that decoy, where there is that guy who adds to the blocking game, where there is that player who, what I believe, if you draft Tyler Warren 10, took over for Cole Kmet. You know what I mean? Like, I know that we believe that there's going to be this. Oh, he's the 4th or 5th guy. He might be the 3rd guy.
I don't know, man. That's an interesting call out. I wouldn't give him.
You have the tight end 10. You're not keeping a $50 million dude.
I wouldn't give him Brock. And I agree. It depends on the team, and we've talked about that before. It depends on the usage, what the kind of like the pecking order of who's going to probably be more of the focal point in an offense led by Ben Johnson. But as you mentioned, having that 2 tight end sets that he is bringing from Detroit, I would think that there's a chance for him to put up some really good numbers to kind of, be compared to a Sam Laporta and a Trey McBride. Trey McBride kind of got started a little later because who was he behind him? Was he behind Zach Ertz? I think when Arizona, he was behind Zach Ertz.
Yeah.
So it may take him a minute to kind of give him his shine, but I think as far as talent level, he's on the same level as a Laporta. Maybe not Brock, but
I don't think he's as physical as Sam Laporta. I think he's an okay blocker in space, but he's not as physical as Sam Laporta. Listen, here's the tough part, right? If you take Trey McBride again, I think Yurko said it best. He's Cole Kmet. Like he's a little more agile than Cole Kmet is, but he's not running through blockers or defenders. He's not, and by the way, like he's going to be fine. Like he will be a top 10 tight end in the NFL. But
that's what I need.
He catches the football better than Cole does. I think he's a better receiver. He doesn't run away from contact. He is not shifty. He's not Travis Kelce level wide receiver type of guy. Relentless Mikey kind of.
I keep hearing that. I keep hearing that Jeremy Shockey.
Jeremy Shockey's not a bad name to attribute to him. You got to live up to a heck of a lot of hype to be Jeremy Shockey. But Jeremy Shockey was never the best tight end in the NFL, but he was always a dude that you were like, watch out for Shockey. That's kind of how I feel about him.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I think that would be still a good piece as far as with this offense. But all the other pieces fall right in. I love the Ariante Irsay pick because I've seen film on him, and the more I look at him, I think he's a good pick at 70, or rather at 41, to kind of challenge, your Karans and your Braxtons, because he has some meanness to his game. I like Ariante Irsay. So overall, good mock draft. Yeah. But as I told you, I'm getting tired of these mocks, man. Get tired of these mocks. Let's get to the draft. All right.
Well, you're gonna hate tomorrow because we are doing our war room, ladies and gentlemen. Last year we did the war room. It was a great time. We did get the weatherman Jordan JC in there. It was I think that was previous to Mr. Media Life that you.
That was
It was a pre Mr. Media Life. No, man. Listen, we're gonna have a ton of fun. I think we may actually just go live for that.
Okay.
We may actually just go live, which may mean we don't do a morning breeze. We got to figure that out. We're doing kind of one live a day type of thing going on here, and it's working well for the channel. So we'll figure it all out. We'll see what ends up happening. But listen, I think that this is going to be a heck of a lot of fun. One last mock draft to do. So we'll keep you guys tapped in with that. More content dropping on the channel today. Ton of content coming out you guys' way. Ton of mock draft reaction coming you guys' way. Chicago Bears podcast also dropping today with a we got a guest on today. We got a nice little
special guest.
Another little special guest on today.
Okay.
To the Chicago Bears podcast.
Check that out.
But man, appreciate you guys for tuning in and showing love. Oh, that's what else is happening today. I was trying to think what else is happening today. Bulls play in live over on the Chicago Bulls Breeze. Head over there now. Hit that subscribe button to the Chicago Bears Breeze. If you haven't bought your tickets for the draft party, copy your tickets now, man. 8 days away. That is right, Crimson. 8 days away. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. For Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC. Boy, back at it again. Better. One love. Peace.
8 days and counted, baby. Pull up on us.
Pull up on me. One more mock draft, Jordan JC.
All right, fine. Getting sick.
Does if we take Tyler Warren 10, does he also count as a running back?
Yeah, you could use him in different packages. I'm sure he'll run somebody over. You doggone right. There's your running back at 10 too.